right. So we're still with Ref Pat and Mark of Loyola Meralco Sparks. Fresh from amoy laksa pa tong mga to. Fresh from their.
Translated for Mark.
Sorry?
Translated for Mark.
You guys still smell like laksa. No kidding. Still fresh from their Singapore stint, of course.
Yeah, naglaksa sa Singapore.
Then all the more it's bad that they smell of laksa. But anyway, of course, they're in the semis. We know that. But we were just talking last week of what we saw on Twitter, right? Because we were just following the game, unfortunately, both legs, on Twitter and Facebook. But now that we have the guys here on the set, I think it's best to hear from them what their experiences were those 4 days. Tama ba? July 5 to 8, no? Yeah, so guys, anyone from the arriving for the first leg and of course taking it through to the second leg, your feelings, not just about the game, about Singapore, the reception of the Filipino fans over there.
Arriving in Singapore for the quarterfinals match, we were really in a big hype because of the, unfortunately, of our performance for the last 3 games here. So gusto namin bumawi. So when we were there, we really were pumped up. We want the win. So we got there. We studied the opponent. Everyone was focused. With the help of the fans who really fully supported us, and as well as the players. It really shows that even in the first leg, that everyone was really prepared in that match because nobody cramped. Not like
the knockout stages.
Really, well, during training here, we keep on running. The training was really a bit higher than the usual that we train in the UFL season. We really were preparing for that, so it really paid off. So
yeah, I remember in the group stages, diba? Their match against Geylang, diba? There were Loyola players dropping like flies, no?
Yeah, I think for like 10 minutes, there's just 10 players on the pitch for Loyola. What was the difference? Was it that you trained specifically for that beforehand? What was the difference between how, because it took till the extra time for you to get the winner against Geylang, but then against Kambauza, from what we gather on Twitter, it does seem like you were able to play a bit more of your normal game, I guess, and the fitness levels were much higher. What was the difference between the two?
I thought the Geylang, I think just the tempo of the Geylang game was a lot higher than it was against the team from Myanmar. I think the Geylang team were better than the team from Myanmar.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, talking about fans, our fans were good and their fans were crazy, right? Yeah, crazy.
What were they doing? What was the crazy bit? Because we saw that they were noisy and cheering.
They threw umbrellas,
plastic bottles,
and your water bowl.
What else? So that was for the 2 matches, no? But how's the reception of the Filipino fans over there? We know that there's a lot of Filipinos over at Singapore.
Really good. Parang you'd find them everywhere. Everywhere we went, parang there were Filipinos, and they were asking about us, no? And what are you doing there? And they see the Meralco logo, no? And they say, "Oy, Pinoy to." Parang it's really nice and warm, no? It feels warm to have countrymen among us in a foreign place, no? So it also, I guess, it helped somewhat in our stay and our preparation in leading to the games, to both teams.
Because you weren't just representing Loyola this time; you were representing the UFL, the whole team, and the Philippines as a result of that. How was that carrying, I guess, the country on your shoulders with those games? First time I think any Philippine team has been in the Singapore Cup.
No, actually, it's not just not the first time, but the first Philippine club who were invited to play for the Singapore Cup. So it was really an honor. It's a bit it's a bit heavy on our shoulders that we're representing everyone, especially UFL in the Philippines. But we were confident enough that we were a team. We were really preparing for this. I mean, we were, and let's just say that we're up for the task.
it was a different kind of motivation, on the one hand, we were redeeming ourselves from the
league.
The last 3 games where we dropped points really, and on the other hand, we're really trying to make our mark, in football among our neighbor countries. So I think it's a really good result on both fronts at least, and hopefully looking forward to October and repeating the good performance at least.
Because Kumbalso are quite a good team. In the Burmese league, their second goal difference only separates the top 2. I think they finished 3rd the season before, so you were against one of the best teams that Burma has. Given how short the UFL has been going in terms of seasons, I think 3 seasons now, were you surprised by the level of competition? How did you think, for example, Mark, that you feel that Philippine football has evolved, has developed during that small
It's been massive.
space of time?
Since the time I've been here, which is a year and a half, I've seen UFL go leaps and bounds. So every year it's only going to get better. You can see now players from abroad, they want to come play in the UFL. So that's a big step as well.
So do you guys think that the first Philippine club having been invited and reaching the semis, so that's a very good how do you say this, indicator of where at least our club football is. How do you guys think the rest of the league will fare in the years to come? Not just in the Singapore Cup, but in other possible club tournaments, maybe in the region. You think more? Do you guys see more and more UFL teams being represented in tournaments such as this?
Well, hopefully, and the more teams that can play outside of the Philippines, the better. So it's not just about, for Morocco, it's not just about winning. Hopefully, trying to win the league. It's about trying to dominate in Asia as well. And if we can go on and win this competition, it'd be massive.
And you guys are up against Tampines Rovers next, who are the reigning S League
defending
champions.
S League champions, yes.
Yeah, how are you preparing for the game?
Right now we're.
I want a break, so.
I mean, you guys thought it ahead of time. Is there a plan to really get you guys training before that in October? Yeah, you will be against Singapore. I think is he Singapore's top scorer ever? Possibly, I think.
The big striker.
Yeah.
Ageless.
Yeah. 40 plus. Yeah, he's 40 plus. Yeah.
What we're gonna do is play ref centre back and. No, we haven't really talked about it yet, but I'm sure when we get back in training, we'll watch a few videos and analyse and then try to do the same thing.
Well, I'm sure the coaching staff is already up for the task, ready for reviewing the teams, and then just like Mark said, they're just like Mark said.
And the semis are gonna be just like the quarters, no? It's gonna be a two-leg thing again, yeah?
So. I heard that because it's a Singapore team this time, they're trying to play one in Singapore and one in the Philippines.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That would be great, but I don't think that it might happen because that would be the first time.
Right.
That would be great. Yeah, because you guys are the last foreign team left in the competition now.
Yeah, and the other side of the semis will feature both Singapore and both S League teams, right? So, but yeah, that'd be interesting if we could get that exception.
What will it take for them to consider bringing it here?
Oh.
You know?
Yeah, would you guys know?
No, I didn't.
No.
Yeah. I think the last league, I mean the quarterfinals. It wasn't home and away.
It was just 1 and 2 and just aggregate,
I
no?
don't think there's a home and away.
Actually, if you remember, we were discussing last week. We don't really understand the need for two legs when it's not a home and away kind of
It's
thing.
not the same venue as well.
Yeah.
There's no away.
Wala namang away goals rule, eh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So maybe if we can tag the S League in this episode, maybe they might wanna watch it and consider coming here for. Liga Singapura. That's right. So, guys, for more updates on the Loyola Meralco Sparks on the ongoing, well, it's technically on a break, but the Singapore Cup, and of course your individual Sparks, do follow us at FTW Sports.
Sparks.